Hi, this is a quick unscripted demonstration of some of my workflow tricks. Here I have loaded a fresh TiddlyWiki.com, and what I've done is I've created bookmarklets that help me make use of the site much more quickly. For example, you can see here we don't have a home button, so if we open up a set of tiddlers and we want to return home, we can't. You have to go and configure various settings, and it can be a time waster. So for example, I have a bookmarklet here, visitor 2. When I click on it, it's immediately applied behind the scenes to the wiki, and now you can see that I've got buttons I chose to make visible here, including the more actions, so I can activate every possible button. You see I've got a browse button here so I can import files, and before I go and import or use another bookmarklet, just show you, this is the tag pill drop down. You see it's got the tag and then those items tagged by it. One of my tools which I can load from file, or I've got a bookmarklet for, called Reimagine Tags. It applies a suite of little tools to the tag. Firstly, it adds this tag here because hello there happens to be tagging something. If you click on it, you gain access to open and close all or any of the tiddlers that happen to be tagged by hello there. But similarly, the table of contents tag pill now also has those facilities. I can copy the tag to clipboard, for example here, that is the table of contents tag I just copied, and I can create a new tiddler with this tag, which is a new tiddler with the table of contents tag, not as is usual when we use new here, we create a new tiddler with hello there as the tag. It's because this tag pill is from where it's operating. So that's kind of an ad for my reimagined tags, but it just shows you how I get around quickly. But now I want to show you how I build a lot of little just-in-time packages that I use. And on Windows 11, I've actually got quite a good workflow. Firstly, I've got this browse button I put here with the multiple settings so that you can select more than one file at a time. If I click on it, I make sure I navigate to my TiddlyWiki intranet folder. And the good thing about this is I might say I want to get a hold of a tool, and all I have to do is actually remember what it is I want. So for example, I have this one here called Home and Contents. Very simple tiddler. I click, and what it does is it runs off down these folders and finds the home and contents. It's actually stored in my intranet, my bundles, but all I have to do is click on it and I can import it. Now I'll import it, and what this does is it simply gets rid of the load the default tiddlers, and when you hit home, it opens home, indicates who's logged in, nobody, and the site title, and then I can customize this home tiddler for this site, so it's the first thing that comes up. But let's try another. I'll pause. So here's something I recently did to support development. Tools, and tell the search for tools, and I recently developed a filter and sub tiddler tools. So tools came up and showed me a list of different tools, and I combined this sub tiddler tools and this filter tools JSON into a single filter and sub tiddler tools JSON. So I import them. Now these aren't plugins, they're macros, so you never need to restart. You can go import here, and you see that we've imported all these tiddlers under my brand of PSAT. But what it's done, it's actually installed some things that help me when navigating a system like Tiddlers. And so to give you a full example, let's actually go to one of the ones that I just imported. So let's click on 4, and you'll see now that I have these icons here. This says go up one sub-tiddler. So we're in down icon. If I click up, it should go to up button. And that's what it says in the tooltip. On this one, it says up 2 sub-tiddlers to the parent PSAT sub-tiddler tools. Just click on that and it opens it. Now the difference with this one is if you actually look inside this tiddler, you find there's a package filter. It's because it's got hyphen filter. This icon appears saying there is a filter within. And here I can actually copy that filter such that I could now go to advanced search filter and get the list and do an export. So that just automatically finds it for me. Anything that has a filter in there, I have the position to copy it to clipboard and or export it. And this has all been done by me just remembering tools, using browse and searching from a given folder name. Similarly, let's just say I decided to export a new tiddler. So let's just say I wanted to export this home. It had a lot of content, it was really good. I'm going to go JSON file. Now what I do is I'd say I want to export it to my TiddlyWiki intranet, and I'm going to call it home something. Now probably I know where I'm going to save it, and I can navigate through my folders, for example, to my bundles working. Notice the annoying fact now that Windows changes the name of the file if you highlight it. Always a bit annoying. So don't enter your file name until you're ready. I'm just going to bring this in so you can see. So for example, go to working, and now I could say my special home, and I save it in this folder. By having a word such as home but then distinguishing it by special, if I know exactly what I'm looking for, I'll search for special. If not, I'll search for home, and amongst other things I will see the special home. You see here the search working. This actually allows us to say, for example, home, and I find an existing tiddler. Now I can actually select that if I wanted to overwrite the existing one. So again, we can use the home, we can use the search to find the file to overwrite it. So it's really easy for me to find a file regardless of where I put it in my folder structure, because I go at it using the keywords that I use in the names. I'm going to cancel that. Now finally, just a quick demo of having Timimi installed, which is my preferred file saver. I've been working on this TiddlyWiki.com, and let's say I decide that I want to make this into an edition. So I click on the save, and I have to use the download saver. Now I'm going to save this TiddlyWiki HTML file here in my Scratch folder, and I click save, and I had one there before. I'll overwrite. I now have the tiddler in the TiddlyWiki saved in my Scratch folder, and here I click open, and it will open in the default browser, but in this case I want it to open in the same browser we're doing, so I'll paste the link in here, and we now have our copy. But because I have Timimi installed, both a plugin to this browser and Chrome and Edge, I can now access it from the file address and I can save without any problem. So then I can also have a bookmarklet, for example, that takes me to a particular drive, and I can go to a particular wiki. These are old wikis. I've got one here. I'll click on it and it opens in the browser. It's now at a file address, and because of Timimi, I can add a tiddler and it will auto save to that file address. So here I'm actually making use of the file browser built into the browser to open a wiki, but then it becomes editable and savable, which I think is a bonus. Similarly, over here I have a whole lot of links to different wikis, so, or content. So let's go here to TiddlyWiki. Here's a, oh no, these are links. Sorry, I need to go to a place where there's actually some TiddlyWikis installed. Here's a TiddlyWiki called Nuck TiddlyWiki. So I'm actually browsing through some menus to a shortcut in Windows, and by clicking it, it opens the default browser I've got in another window, and immediately brings to our attention, or into our browser. I'm just pasting it here for now, but sorry, I had to fudge that, but basically yes, just by clicking on that shortcut, it basically opened in my browser, and I was happy to get on with my day's work. So Timimi is a strong integration tool, at least for Windows, and that workflow I demonstrated where you save add-ons, even plugins, to JSON files, and you just do a little search and have it pop up and import using this browse button. And this also allows you to import multiple at a time. So for example, I'll go here and say that I liked this TW outlier. I'll hold the control and click on the full screen editor, or even the range. Whoops. And I go open. You'll see that after it wakes up a little bit, it attempts to import everything from all the different JSON tiddlers I selected, which in this case is too many to bother. But it shows you as a demo, having browse multiple makes life very easy and quick to add things to wikis. And this is why I kind of call it just-in-time install. And as a result, I actually have, I think last time I counted, about 300 little add-ons that I add on, and I primarily obtain them through knowing a keyword about what I'm trying to do. So I'll leave it at that. Thank you for watching.